welcome to Show Some Husk. I am Leo. I'm good. Here's my good buddy Donny. Donny, how are you, man?
I'm good. How are you, buddy?
Oh, dude, we're talking about a third win. Well, not a third win in a row. It's more like I think 11 now, right?
Yeah.
But we're talking the third win in a row for the first round of the playoffs. It's looking like a clean or a gentleman's sweep from here, Donny. What are you thinking, man, after game three? What are your thoughts after?
Well, to start, I mean, they came out flying. Like, I mean, they were, and you expected that, right? Like, I expected that. I expected maybe a couple turnovers from us that were forced by them. They go up 8-0 real quick. Mike calls a timeout. Um, but it just kind of took us a little bit to get our feet wet, and we got into the game. We didn't panic. It's like that's become such a awesome characteristic of this team is we don't panic. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just there were a lot of moments in this game that I thought were just brilliant moves and kind of just spoke to what this team is as a whole, you know. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad we got the dub. 7 points, honestly, was kind of generous to the Lakers at the end there. Um, like it was, I don't know. Did you feel comfortable the whole game?
No. I
No.
think I was texting you up a storm in that first quarter. Because I felt like we didn't really put it together until the second quarter.
Yeah.
But we definitely calmed our nerves, like you said, after that 8-0 start.
Hmm.
But it's at this point, Donnie, it seems like when we're losing, no matter how much it's by, it's more of an annoyance
Hmm.
than a concern, which is so awesome to feel as a fan. It's it's a frustration and not a fear.
Yeah.
Um, because it's like, okay, well, when are we gonna like figure it out? Is it gonna be late third? Is it gonna be mid fourth? Is it gonna be 2 minutes into the second? When are we gonna do it, boys?
Yeah.
Um,
I mean,
and they are, and they do.
yeah, I mean, we just like, uh, as fans, we panic a little bit, but you're right. I think now that I think about the feelings I had, it was just annoyance.
Yeah,
It wasn't like, oh man, like there's no way we're going to be able to get back into this one. There was never that moment, but you're right. I was just annoyed. Um, and I think Mike was too, probably. I mean, he's been talking about just taking a lead at halftime in this series. I
yeah.
saw like a crazy stat that when you look at the total minutes of all three games, Lakers have led by like 90 some minutes and we've only led by like 50 or something in total. Yeah, I mean, it's just annoying.
Yeah,
Like
it's frustrating.
I
It's it's literally playing with the little brother, and you're playing to 10, you spot him 7.
yeah, and I mean one stat that or not one stat, a lot of stats. Just if you look at the left side, the team stats, a lot of them are so similar.
Yeah.
Except for one, and it was one that you and I did not anticipate, and that's the free throws.
Yes.
I mean, that's the difference right there. 7 free throws. That's crazy.
And which is very crazy because the Lakers usually shoot more free throws than anyone.
That's what I'm saying. Like it was just like, eh, and I don't feel like they got more than they should, and I don't feel like we got more than we should. Obviously there's bad calls in every game, um, but both teams shot just absolutely horrendously from the 3-point line.
Whew,
Unless your name
man,
was Michael Porter Jr., it was just not going to happen tonight. Uh,
Donnie, that man is another one where I thought that the TV was broken. He
Bro,
started his mid game. It was like a mixture of Rip Hamilton and KD
10
and
points
throw
in the
Demar.
fourth,
Yeah, yeah. He had what?
10 points in the fourth quarter.
Jeez, jeez.
I mean, he's just
That's
he he went on another level when we kind of needed him to. Like he
mhm.
helped us get that space because you knew I think we were down what 4 at half.
Yes.
And
50, was it 59-63?
yeah, and we were kind of struggling. Like Yoke had 2 fouls. We had And I feel like that was kind of a godsend because it forced us to switch KCP onto LeBron and AG onto Anthony Davis.
right?
And we ran a little bit of zone to kind of offset that a little bit. But I just felt like once we kind of got over, I think there was an outlet pass from Yoke to Jamal. It was a full court
Mhm.
pass for an easy two. That ties the game up. And then MPJ comes down and buries the three to put us up three. And it was just kind of like the Lakers didn't know what else they could do at that point.
No, not at all.
And and then MPJ just took over in the fourth. I mean, Yoke had his moments, Jamal had his moments. Um, you know, I it was just it was a beautiful game to watch. Um, I don't know. That team's special, man.
Yeah, yeah. I think LeBron was asked, where do the Nuggets rank in your all time playoff matchups? And I thought he gave a great response. He stayed in the moment. And he was like, I don't have time to think about that, but obviously they'd be up there. So, um, pretty cool nod from someone who's been around for a long time. And I just love that, um, and it's not good, but also 3-0 matchups. It's an undefeated record, right?
Hmm.
So I think now it's like Suns are,
I
you
mean,
know,
we're all thinking
Timberwolves.
it.
You
Yeah.
know,
I mean,
I mean, I don't want to.
I mean, unless LeBron wants, and I mean, knock on wood, people can call me crazy for even saying it out loud, but no team has ever done it. Like, I think the closest
Exactly.
we've probably seen in you and I's lifetime is last year when Miami
Yeah.
almost collapsed in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Right. Right.
So I I don't know. I one thing I did like, and one thing I'm mildly concerned about is Jamal's mid-range game came back, but his three-point game was not there.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, Luckily, D'Lo was, I think, worse.
Zero,
Um,
0 points.
I it was like we paid him to be bad. Um, uh, yeah, man. I concern maybe worrisome frustration right now. Yes, because we're up 3-0. We've got a game or two to figure it out. But we have to get that knocked and locked in before round two.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I think we've got to I think we've got to take this last game. Well, not last, could not be last game, but I would love to see us like you've kind of been preaching the past 2 months. Let's put a complete game together.
It'd be nice.
This would be the perfect time, right?
Mhm.
To come back home and not have to get ready for another game at ball and just be thinking, okay, who are we playing next? And then also during that game, sharpen up some things we need to sharpen up
Yeah,
because, dude, have we played well for more than 20 minutes in any of these games?
not in a row.
Exactly. It's like it's
Or
crazy.
or even total for each game. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't put money on it. I'm
We just have not really been the team that we know it can be. And maybe that's a little bit of comfort as well because we're up 3-0.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
don't
yeah,
know.
it's a privileged statement, but it's also like it's the reality of the situation. We don't play well for stretches.
Yeah.
No matter who's on the floor. You know,
Hmm.
um, to start that game, what do we have? 4 turnovers in 98 seconds or something like that.
Hmm.
It wasn't that bad, but it felt like that.
Hmm.
So, man, it's and we're 3-0. So, um, I'll be excited to get LeBron out of the playoffs because I feel like if there is a player that can do what's never been done,
Hmm.
it is
It's
sorry,
LeBron James.
it's LeBron.
It's LeBron James. Yeah. I
It's
mean, and he's
it is him.
got and he has another player on his team in Anthony Davis, who I would never put in the same conversation when it comes to all-time greatness with LeBron, but I mean, the guy sometimes can score at will. He has that kind of joker about him where catches in the low post, and if he's one-on-one versus someone, I'm kind of worried.
Same,
And
same.
yeah,
And we don't exactly have the big depth.
yeah, I was actually kind of curious if DJ was going to see some time when Yoke picked up those first fouls, but I don't know. Mike trusted his guys, and I mean, I noticed Yoke. I think it was maybe in the third quarter, did actually go back to guarding AD for a few possessions, and it was better because I mean, we blitzed him, right? Like we double
Yeah,
teamed,
yeah,
we had
yeah.
hands
It
in
was
there.
it was like a matchup help side zone for
Hmm.
sure.
Yeah, and so like I don't know. I want to I I want to be able to talk better about this, like, and I think we played well at times. MPJ, I felt like was kind of the big difference, really.
Yeah.
Same with AG. I mean, we got shout out. AG had a
Oh yeah.
ridiculous game. Like the guy was, as he and JJ referred to, lurking like it was his job on that baseline.
Yeah.
And I mean, dunk after dunk after dunk after dunk, and even got 3 assists from MPJ.
Yeah. And when MPJ had an assist before he had a rebound, I
Dude.
about called you to make sure the hell wasn't freezing over. Oh my goodness. Um, but that's winning.
Yeah.
That's what it takes.
How do you
So
feel? How do you feel going into game four? Do you think we
I
get it done?
was telling April, man, I feel really confident.
Yeah.
Very, very confident. I do. I think it's over.
Yeah.
Um,
I'd say there's
but
only about two guys on that roster that haven't given up. It's LeBron and AD. I think D'Angelo Russell's already in Cabo. Austin Reeves, he'll give his best college try. Hachimura will show up because he needs to get paid, but I just don't see it happening.
yeah, I don't either. I don't want to see it happen. I want some rest. But also I'm not like, oh my goodness, if we do lose. But I will be frustrated because I don't like losing.
Hmm.
And this is not a team we should lose to at all.
Agreed. Speaking of rest, I want to talk about Reggie Jackson's injury. Okay, I don't know how long he's going to be out. Don't even know what it is. I think it's an ankle. Didn't look good. Um, let's say we do get it done tomorrow night, and we have half a week off, and we have to play, say, I don't know, 1, 2 games without him. How do you handle that rotation?
Uh well, Jamal immediately plays more minutes. And
It's tough.
yeah, it is. Jamal and CB.
Yeah,
Little Justin Holiday in there. But
I know.
Donny, I'm inclined to say if it's a close game and we have a chance to close it out, Jamal plays 48.
Yeah, just tell him there's rest on the backside.
I want to win, man. I want to like I don't know.
I
Um,
I feel you.
and I don't want him to play 48, but I want him to play 40,
Yeah.
and I want CB to play 8.
Yeah, like the
I don't
thing
know.
is like I would love for our starting five to be able to play 48, right? Um,
Mhm.
and don't get me wrong, like the minutes have upped dramatically compared to the regular season, but
Yes,
I mean this I was just thinking this would be a nice time to have Gillespie for 3, 4 minutes just to
man.
kill some time, you know?
The fact that we've made it this far without Jay Huff and Colin Gillespie is just monumental. Uh, but I joke, but I also like these are the times. Thank goodness it's not Jamal.
Hmm. That's a
But
good point.
also Reggie Jackson is a stud,
Hmm.
and he struggled lately, but
Yeah.
Colin would be a good sub.
Yeah. I thought Reggie played okay last night. I mean, he wasn't the Reggie we saw early in the season when he was coming in
Yeah,
for Jamal, but I thought it was an improvement compared to the last, couple weeks or even longer that he's
Vast,
been having this slump. Yeah.
vast improvement, 100%.
Uh,
So I guess I'm just saying, yeah. When Jamal was out, Reggie was close to a 20-5 guy.
mhm.
But when you don't play as many minutes, it's harder to get into a rhythm, and it just kind of goes from there.
Yeah. Next man up. I mean, we'll
Yeah,
figure it
yeah,
out. So,
yeah, yeah.
um, yeah. Do you have any last thoughts on this one, my friend?
Man, I thought we really punched the ticket on that one, just like Jokic's brother really punched the ticket on that guy's face. And I'm really excited for us to go dominate game 4.
I just saw a video online where some random person on the street asks one of the Joker brothers, "What is your brother's favorite horse's name?" And it is Dreamcatcher. Fun fact.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like if I said the wrong thing to a Jokic brother, I would become a dream catcher.
Right? Like this guy with his phone or camera or whatever just approaches him out. I'm like, you have to the guy is huge.
He's probably got a helmet on. You don't approach those guys, without the proper head and uh, face gear.
I'm still convinced that he was the mountain in Game of Thrones.
I I've never seen them in the same room at the same time.
All right, buddy. Let's get out of here. Can you remind the people for us?
Alrighty. Everybody, do not forget to show some hus. Let's be excited for a sweep. Go Nuggets.